Every week, another edition of Mask Watch. Are the people in power going to do literally the bare minimum to stop more people from dying in this pandemic? Just accept that masks are going to help. They're not a solution to all of our problems. We don't have that until we have a vaccine. But it is the best thing, it is the best option, and it is also the easiest option. When do you ever get that in American politics, where your best option is also the easiest and maybe the cheapest option? All of that is true, and that said, asked about masks, Donald Trump, who actually wore a mask finally in public a couple of weeks ago, is still peddling misinformation like this.
The CDC says if everybody wore a mask for 4 to 6 weeks, we could get this under control. Do you regret not wearing a mask in public from the start? And will you consider a national mandate that people need to wear masks?
No, I want people to have a certain freedom, and I don't believe in that, no. And I don't agree with the statement that if everybody wear a mask, everything disappears. Hey, Dr. Fauci said don't wear a mask. Our Surgeon General, terrific guy, said don't wear a mask. Everybody was saying don't wear a mask. All of a sudden, everybody's got to wear a mask. And as you know, masks cause problems too. With that being said, I'm a believer in masks. I think masks are good. But I leave it up to the governors. Many of the governors are changing. They're more mask into. They like the concept of masks.
The guy who has the best words, they're more mask into. They like the concept of masks. Sarah Cooper, please jump on this. But anyway, yeah. Did you notice what he slipped in there? And as you know, masks cause problems too. That was just the verbal presidential interview equivalent of, I have a card that says I don't have to wear a mask. Also, I don't have to show you the card. It's secret. I don't have to show it to you, but I don't have to wear a mask.
Well, a doctor signed it.
A doctor signed it. He's a doctor of heels. And he said I didn't have to wear a mask, so I get to go in the Trader Joe's, and you can't stop me. That's all that was.
On the other side is my weed card, too.
Exactly. That I'm okay with. But, yeah, of course, no mask mandate. Of course. I want people to have a certain freedom. I want you to be free to die when someone else infects you with a fatal illness. That's what I want.
You know, there are so many similarities, I think, between what this country is suffering under this pandemic and what we suffer from gun violence every single day. And the ways and the fatalistic ways that the people in power, and especially Republicans, operate when it comes to mass shootings and massacres, which is, well, we can't do anything about it because there is a freedom to carry an AR-15 around or whatever you're going to buy, like the freedom to carry a gun. And that is the same thing with masks. And let me just say, I've said this before on this show, but masks are a very, very small part of this. Yes, they work. And yes, they're absolutely a lot of all we have, especially in this country. But so many countries, major countries, South Korea, for example, has been testing and contact tracing, and that means that the rest of the population, the people who have not come into contact with anyone with coronavirus, can just kind of carry on their merry way. Yeah. They're fine because the government is good at tracking who has coronavirus and who doesn't. Now, that might give up a little bit of freedom. Oh no, we have to, other people other than Apple and Google and everyone else who's tracking me on my damn phone and TikTok or China, whomever, like suddenly they have to track me, but for my own benefit, not just to sell me shoes, So like, let's just think about this also, is that all our freedoms, if we truly hate masks, well, then let's ramp up contact tracing. Let's ramp up testing. But no, of course, now the government is blocking, the administration is blocking access and more money for that stuff as well. So we're trying to have it all ways here.
You're 100% right. It's like, it's not just that they're not doing it, it's that they're blocking others from trying to do it. Like you pointed out South Korea, of course, South Korea has a national strategy. We don't. Is that crazy? It's like month 5 of a pandemic. There is no coordinated national strategy for contact tracing or any of this. It's just, hope you live in a state where the governor acts right, and also hope that there aren't a lot of highways. Yeah, and wait for the vaccine. That's
Trump
all it is.
Totally will be against once it comes out. Like, come on, I'm sorry.
100%.
Like, what's going to happen? He's going to let go of the anti-vax base that he's rallied up this entire time?
Exactly. And you're so right, by the way, also about the comparison to guns, because this entire thing reeks of 30% of the country is just like, Yeah, I guess people die of this now too. I'm okay with it. I'm going to move on. And the president and his media, goons trying to get that number to increase. He wants more people to just lay down. Just lay down and accept that, schools get shot up every month. And, oh, by the way, also, there's a good chance you're going to get seriously ill and someone you know is probably going to die of coronavirus. Just get used to it. The president has. One of his advisors said the president is, quote, not really working this anymore. He doesn't want to be distracted by it. He's not calling and asking about data. He's not worried about cases. And then David Carney, advisor to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, said the president got bored with it. And he's hoping you will too. He's hoping that in the 100 days, between now and the election, more people are going to die. Maybe we'll hit 200,000. Maybe we'll shoot past that. But isn't it it's such a burden to think about it and care about it and be incensed about it on a daily basis. Just put that burden down. Just accept that mass shootings happen, and now there's a pandemic that we're never going to get under control. Just accept it. Just accept it.
Yeah. And all this talk about freedom is utter BS. Anyone who ever tells you that not wearing a mask is their own freedom can shove it right up where. And because this is about all of our freedoms. It's our freedom to get out of our goddamn homes. We're stuck in our homes because idiots on Memorial Day wanted to go party. We have to homeschool our children because we don't have a national plan. So F you about your freedom. Honestly, don't ever talk to me about freedom again, because the fact that we don't have a plan means we are all not free to live a normal life under this pandemic, because one idiot doesn't want to wear a mask, or you want to get together with your friends or have a party or whatever it is. I'm sick of it. We all know that actually when we're working for freedom is when we're working together, when we're trying to prevent death and not foment it.
You're 100% right. I'm losing
sorry, I had to get a little
my
preachy
mind
there.
in this tiny room. I'm not free. We're TYT Studios. How many people are in there right now? 0, I think. I can't go to the gym. Why not? Because we're not taking this seriously. If we had just taken it seriously for like a solid 2 months, did everything that we needed to do, maybe we would be free. But we're not, because you're never free when you're ruled by ignorance. That's the problem. You're always at the whim and at the mercy of the stupid anti-scientific stances of the people in power. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.